Happy Saturday. It is Saturday, July 27th, and I am back with a car conversation. I have missed you guys. I'm sorry that it's taken me this long to put out a video, but I had some personal things going on. I had to make the sad and difficult decision to send my dog to doggy heaven. So that was, a grieving period for me. I'm still grieving over that. But that's, why I haven't been on here lately. And then I got sick. So I'm just now fully recovered from my cold. And I was just like, let me do a video for y'all because it has been a minute. And I know a lot of people, enjoy my videos and look forward to my videos. So I'm trying to really get back into the swing of things. So thank you for bearing with me as I try to do that. So today's car conversation is going to be a variety of topics probably, because y'all know how I do. I'm in the car. Sometimes I might have one particular thing that I talk about, and other times I'm just rambling about a bunch of different stuff, right? So, first, hello to my new subscribers. I saw that I got some new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I truly appreciate you. Welcome to the Jesus and Coffee Conversations family. And hello again, and thank you so much to those of you who have already been here. I truly appreciate the support, and I truly appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I really, really am getting to a place about being consistent. So I am really going to try my absolute best to do something for you guys at least once a week. Even if I don't come on here and say anything but hi, have a blessed day, okay? I'm going to try to put some kind of video up for you guys every single week, God willing, as long as, nothing else crazy happens in my life, okay? But y'all know life be life. And so anyway, today, the first thing I want to talk about though is something that I have posted on Instagram, and I think I put it on here too, on the community tab, about, I can't remember exactly how it went, but basically it was around the time that Pastor Tony Evans had came out and said that he was going to step down from preaching because of some type of sin. So I wanted to talk about not him specifically, but just men and women of God in general. So he never came out and said what his sin was. All we can do is speculate. But I wanted to, because there were so many mixed reactions to him doing that. There were some that were, praising him and congratulating him for, having the courage to come out and say, hey, look, I messed up. I fell short. I don't need to be preaching. I'm going to step down. Now I don't know if it's indefinitely or if it's just for a moment in time. But the fact that he, got up and he was like, listen, I messed up, I sinned, I'm stepping away from preaching. So some people, were proud of him for doing that, because a lot of people don't do that. But then you had other people that were like, he should have never said anything. Or, some people were like, this is why I don't mess with church people, because they're so judgmental, and look at them, like they be, acting like they don't be sinning, and, all this stuff. So it just, hardens their heart towards God and all that stuff. So I wanted to say that when you have men and women who are doing things for the ministry, right? Whether they're preaching, they might be a prophet, they might be like me, a Christian content creator, whatever it is, if they're doing it in the name of God, right? Then hopefully they are called by God, because you have some people that just do it because they think they can make a lot of money off of it, and they just want to be famous and known and all this stuff, so they're doing it for the wrong reasons. But when you do have people that are truly called by God to do what they are doing for the kingdom, okay? But you have to remember that at the end of the day, we are all still human beings. That means that we are not perfect. We are not AI robots that are programmed to perfection. Okay, we are not Jesus. He is the only perfect person that ever lived and walked the face of the earth. Okay, the rest of us are human. Even the Bible says that we all have fallen short and missed the mark. So you cannot let a human being who is representing God deter you from wanting to get to know God or wanting to get closer to God, because they are not God. They are supposed to represent God, but they are flesh. Okay, we all have things that we struggle with. Nobody is perfect. So you have pastors that have some kind of sin that they might be struggling with, or even if they're not struggling with sin, they're still going to sin in some way, shape, or form, because we are human. Whether that's, them going off on somebody, that's a sin, because you're letting your anger get the best of you, right? It's okay to be angry, but when you start to react in your anger, that is sin. Okay. And so you have to remember that you have to have your own relationship with God. And I've said this in videos before, you have to have your own relationship with God. Because if you don't, you are going to definitely miss it. Okay? Your pastor's relationship with God doesn't mean anything when it comes to you. Your mom and dad's relationship when it comes to God does not mean anything for you. Okay? You have to have your own relationship with God. You have to pray for yourself. You have to read the Bible for yourself. You have to spend time with Him for yourself. You have to get to know Him for yourself, so that when your pastor or whoever it is that you follow and look up to, when they fall short and you find out about it, then you're gonna, if you don't have your own relationship with God, you're gonna be lost. And then you're going to be mad. And then you're going to be turned away from God and, doing all this stuff. So it's like, at the end of the day, the person represents God, but the person is not God. They are being a vessel for God, hopefully. I mean, the devil has, vessels too. But hopefully they're being a vessel used by the true God, but they are human and they fall short. So that's one of the things that I wanted to say is, do not, when somebody messes up, that is supposed to be a representative of God, when they mess up, don't let that keep you from staying the course, okay? Because there's people that are doing things every day that you know nothing about. Tony, you still don't know what he did, right? You can speculate, but you don't know what he did. It might not even be anything that you would consider something for him to step down for, but to him, I truly believe he is that he's truly called by God, and he's really somebody that tries to follow what the Bible says, which Paul says, if there's, people sinning in the church, they need to sit down until they get it right. And that's in 1 Corinthians, I can't remember this exact chapter, I think it's like 11 or something, but, he does say, hey, if you got this stuff going on in church and you in the pulpit, you don't need to be up there until you get yourself right. So I respect him for making that decision and making it public, because he could have just did it and not said anything. But that shows that he's a man of integrity, because he said, hey, look, this is why I'm stepping down. Okay? So, just focus on yourself, focus on your own relationship with God. And yes, it's okay to look up to people, but also, like I said, remember that they are human and they make mistakes. They are going to make a mistake, especially if there's somebody, in the public eye and like all these things. They're going, things are going to get leaked that they, did XYZ. So you also have to have grace, and say, hey, look, they're human, and I'm not saying, oh, that's just an excuse that you're human. But at the end of the day, it's reality. We're human. We are going to do things that we should not do. And, God understands that. Thank God for His grace and mercy, and His forgiveness. And thank God for the Holy Spirit who helps us to stay on track, But, if you were hurt, if you have church hurt, you definitely need to heal from that. Because it's people that hurt you, not God. And a lot of times people take their anger out towards God. And, God could, do a whole lot of things yes, God could keep us from getting hurt and having to endure certain things. But at the end of the day, he never promised an easy life. He never promised a life free of drama and pain and, you know, all this stuff. He just promised that he would be there with us through it all, and he will help us get through it all. So, you know, knowing that has gotten me through some tough times, and your tough times honestly should bring you closer to him, you know. But pride a lot of times interferes with that. The devil, of course, interferes with that. It has you, you know, thinking, well, he's God, he could have stopped whatever it is, he could have not let this happen, he could have did this. Yeah, he could have, but he didn't have to. He doesn't have to. So you just need to make sure that you are knowing God for yourself, because God is good. Even when we're in the midst of our hurt and pain, he is still good. So I just want to say that little part. So that was the first part of the car conversation. What else is going on? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on. I'm not really going to get into politics. I think everybody who has been on this channel knows that I am conservative. Just because I am Christian, there's just a lot of things that I will not vote for, because they just clearly go against God and his word. You know, I listen to God at the end of the day when it comes to voting. I have not decided if I want to vote this year. I probably will, but I mean, should be told, in all honesty, your vote does not matter. You know, so I'm not going to get into that, because that's just going to be too deep of a, you know, topic that I don't need to get into, especially since I'm driving, because I do I'm not going to say I take it serious. I take it seriously, but it's more so the fact that, you know, blinders have been removed from my eyes, but I know a lot of people still have the blinders on, and I just don't have the energy to go into all the details and things when it comes to politics. So politics, I'm not going to talk about in this video. I might not talk about it at all. I kind of got away from it, even in my personal life, talking about it, because it's draining, and you just have people that just, you know, I don't got time and energy for it anymore. And especially now that I'm getting older, like I just turned 40 a couple months ago, I'm just like, look, at this point, you either believe it or you don't, and if you don't, then oh well. Like, I don't got time to be trying to convince somebody or nothing. So even when it comes, you know, like to what the Bible says or something, that if you claim to be a Christian, then you need to read the Bible for yourself. And I mean, it's all there, you know. So yeah. Anyway, I did want to talk about trafficking, though. I was listening to a video this morning when I was getting ready, and y'all, trafficking is on the rise, and they don't talk about it in the media. I remember, I think it was last year, when that movie Sound of Freedom came out about child trafficking, and how the media was fighting so hard against that movie. You know, and I saw it. It is a good movie. I do recommend seeing it, because it really sheds light on reality. And but anyway, so basically the video that I was watching, this lady and her daughter were in Walmart, and she said that she noticed, I think it was like 2 or 3 guys that was following them. And she said, you know, they try to make it look like they were shopping. So like they picked up something, they put it down, they picked up something else, put it down. And she and her, you know, she noticed them, and then you know, they just kept walking around the store. They kept following her and her daughter. They went to check out. She said that they, you know, got online. One guy had something, you know, in his hand. He put it back. He didn't buy anything. The other guy, I think she said, bought like some gum or something. And then they went to, I think, Subway that was inside Walmart. And she said they came over there, you know, got in line behind them. And they didn't order anything. So her and her daughter, you know, they ordered their food. The guys didn't order anything. And then she said like some lady was with them too. And so anyway, she said that, you know, she started walking to the door to leave, and she saw the security guard. So she, you know, told the security guard, hey, you know, these people are following us. I don't feel safe, you know, going to my car alone. Can you walk with us, you know, to our car? So the security guard was like, yeah, you know, he'll walk them to the car. So she said when they got outside, it was 3 cars. And they were like driving real slow, but they were looking at her and her daughter, but they noticed that they had, you know, security guard with them. And so they drove off, and she said that she didn't go in the direction that they left. She went in the opposite direction. And she was just saying, you know, that as women especially, we have to be aware of our surroundings. We have to make sure that we are paying attention to things, because, you know, a lot of times women especially, like, we get distracted. We be on the phone, you know, our keys be in a purse, and we digging in the purse trying to find the key. Not me. Now, I keep all my stuff out. Whatever I need, I make sure it's out, because I don't play those games. But you have women being distracted. They're all in their purse. They got, you know, 2 or 3 kids with them by themselves, and, you know, like, trying to do X, Y, Z. So you have to be aware of your surroundings. They're getting smart. So, like, if you see cash on the ground or whatever, don't touch it. I don't even care if it's $1. Leave it, because they're lacing it with fentanyl or some other kind of drug that's gonna knock you out, and next thing you know, you'll be locked up in somebody's basement. So money, leave it. If they leave like things on your window, you know, like back in the day, they used to put like club flyers like under your wiper blades or whatever for some party or whatever. They're doing stuff like that. Leave it, don't touch it, because they put stuff on there. So when it gets on your hands, you know, like I said, you're gonna be knocked out. And what's some other things that somebody said? Their door handles, they're putting stuff on your car door handles. Gas pumps, you know, they're putting stuff up there, so you gotta be, you know, mindful and careful with that. I recommend wiping down your car door handle before you touch it. Same thing with gas pumps. And then of course, you know, and then they have women getting involved with this too. Women are, you know, helping to traffic as well. Because, you know, you think about it, I'm a female, another female comes to me, we start talking, and, you know, what have you. Next thing you know, here come 3 or 4 other dudes. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to be careful if you're in like stores and stuff, or like outside and people are selling things and like, hey, smell this, or you better not, because you don't know what you're smelling. It might be in a perfume bottle, but it's not perfume. It could be something completely different. So be mindful, be aware of your surroundings. You know, if you have a husband or a boyfriend, like, try to have him, you know, be with you as much as possible, especially if you have kids, just for safety reasons. Sorry y'all, but traffic, I hate when traffic gets like in those little, I don't know what you call it, but when pretty much everybody going the same speed and you trying to get around, but you can't get around because everybody done slow down or sped up, or, you know, like, I hate when that happens. And then all these people moving to my state, and it's just like, y'all find another state to move to, you know, all this traffic. And folks in my state already couldn't drive. Now it's worse because y'all coming from other areas and don't know how to drive, and Lord, don't let the weather be bad. Goodness. Okay, anyway. I had to do that little rant, y'all, because I was just saying this traffic. Whew. So, what time is it? Because I will be with my goddaughter today. I'm so excited. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to pull in front of me and then start breaking. Get out of the way. But anyway, so it's a girl, so my goddaughter, so I'm super excited about that. Yeah, I can't believe she's going to be a teenager this year. Not next month, in 3 months. Let me see, it's July, August, 4 months, she'll be 13. So I'm just like, where did time go? I remember finding out that your mom was pregnant with you, and now you're as tall as Ashley. She's taller than me, and she is only 12. But time flies. It definitely does. Alright, what else? So I talked about the first thing, the second thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that came out that I'm just like, y'all need to know. Not that I know of. I'm not going to go too deep in detail, but I will say, do not vote just because of skin color or gender. So just because we have a black woman up for the role of president, don't vote for her just because of that. Like, do your research and look into it, especially if you are African American. You know, in the comments, I really don't get a lot of comments on my videos, but if you decide to comment, just know, like, I'm not the kind of person, I don't go off of emotions or my feelings. I go off of the facts. I don't go off of what the media says, because the media be lying and trying to make, you know, one side look better than the other. They be telling a whole bunch of lies. So if you don't have hardcore, concrete evidence and proof of something, I don't want to hear it. And I'm not going to go back and forth with you. And that's what I tell people in my personal life too. If you're coming to me with your feelings and your emotions, and you don't have hardcore proof, and you cannot talk to me about facts, I don't want to hear it. So when it comes to, and I have to give awards, because you see, they sit down one of my videos that I did 2 or 3 years ago. I think what happened though is somebody watched it and didn't like what I said, reported it, and that's the only reason that they looked at it, because that video was up for 2 or 3 years, and you just now taking the video down. And then I watched the video, and the part of where they said it went against their community guidelines or whatever, it did not. So it was just, you just didn't like what I said. So anyway, when it comes to unborn children, as a Christian, you are not supposed to support policies that are going to keep those children from being born. Now, if it's in the case of, you know, the mom's life is on the line, or the unborn baby's life is on the line, absolutely, in that situation, okay, I understand. If the woman was assaulted, okay, I can understand that. If the unborn baby is going to have some kind of problem that the mom feels as though, or the parents feel as though they're not going to be able to really care for that child financially, because they might need, you know, like extra care or what have you, then okay, I can understand that too. But just because you had sex and you don't want to be a mom right now, no. You should have thought about that before you had sex, because everybody that has sex knows that you can get pregnant. So, and if you're not trying to be a parent right now, then don't have sex. Or use some kind of birth control, condom, do something to prevent yourself from conceiving. Okay? And I say that as Christians, you're not, and no, it's not, you're telling somebody what to do with their body, you know. Now I can say, hey, as a Christian, this is wrong, and if you do your research and you find a pastor who is actually speaking truth and all these feel-good messages, you will understand why it is wrong and a sin in God's eyes. You will understand what the spiritual component is and why you should not do it, let alone vote for it. Because they're making these policies extreme to the point where it could be a full-blown baby and they will still murder it. That's pretty much what it is. And that same thing when it comes to marriage. I mean, God said it's between a man and a woman, period. Your feelings don't got nothing to do with it. I feel like I'm a millionaire, but I can't go to the Maserati lot and demand them give me a car. or go to a real estate agent and say, hey, I want this multi-million-dollar home, they're gonna be like, okay, well, where's your proof of funds? You thinking you a millionaire or feeling like you're a millionaire don't mean nothing. So when it comes to marriage, it's between a man and a woman. And if you are a Christian, you have no business voting for a law that says otherwise. Now, at the end of the day, yeah, you could absolutely love who you want to love. That don't got nothing to do with me. But what does have to do with me is the law and the policies. And if you're going to say, hey, this law is going to make you do something, then yes, I have a problem with that. You're not going to make me do anything. Especially when it goes against what God says. And they're making it to where pedophiles want the same rights. They want to say, hey, I'm a 50-year-old man and I want to be with this 5-year-old girl. Now, the alphabet community got their rights and I want my rights because I'm a minor attracted person. Don't call me a pedophile. I'm a 6-year-old woman and I want to be with a 2-year-old child. Or even worse, I want to be with a 2-month-old baby. Y'all, people are sick. And I know it's not them. It's really demons, right? I mean, demon possession is real. So that's why the Bible says we're fighting not against flesh and blood. But y'all, these spirits are running rampant, okay? America is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. And if you just out here still in the matrix, your eyes are not open. You're not seeing. All you see is, okay, what media said, that this person is bad, this person did this person is racist, this person blah, 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 blah. But so is the other party. Like, if you really do your research into this woman, I'm not voting for her just because I'm a black woman. She could be pink polka dot for all I care. You still not gonna get my vote if you're going against the things that I believe in. So let me, because I am at my destination, so I'm gonna have to wrap this video up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this car conversation with me. I know, actually this is the longest video I've done in a while. So I hope you guys are still with me and you watch to the end. Yeah, like I said, everything, do your research, go to God first, truly ask God and listen, because that's what I had to do. And when I did that, y'all, I'm telling you, them blinders came all the way off to the point now that I'm just like, I see everything crystal clear and through the eyes, the spiritual eyes and the spirit realm and all that stuff, okay? So anyway, y'all, like I said, I'm at my destination, so I am going to have to cut it short. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you tell others about my channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all those good things. And I will hopefully be able to get back up here next week. That's going to be my goal. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm really going to try to put something up once a week for y'all so that, it's not long stretches of time and all this stuff. So anyway, y'all, all right, God bless. Have a great day, great weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.